Welcome to the episode Sports Line with JLE, where we discuss sports like family. That's the theme song, man. Talking my first album, JLE Experience. On music copyright, don't mean nothing. First weekend is down, and my picks wasn't too far off. So we're going to division round this weekend, and we got Saturday. We got Denver versus Bills. Dallas favored by a point and a half. Denver's favored by a point and a half. Seattle and 49ers. Seattle favored by a touchdown. Then Sunday we got Patriots and Texans. New England favored by 3. Then the late game we got Bears Rams. Rams favored by 4.5. Now, I already gave my predictions. It'll be both number ones. Seattle and Denver take on each other. So I'm still sticking. My pick still would be Denver going to beat the Bills. Buffalo had no business winning that game last week, but because Jacksonville was inexperienced, they made bad mistakes. That coach should have went for it, and when he did, he shouldn't have ran the ball because it seemed like he was trying to show Trevor Lawrence is just as good a running quarterback like Josh Allen. Should have threw the ball or just got the 3 points. So they had momentum. Didn't make sense. Now, Seattle and 49ers. Something about playing in Seattle, man. That 12th man, that crowd is crazy. 49ers got a lot of injuries. I don't believe in Brock Purdy like that. He okay, but it ain't too many great quarterbacks right now that's left. He's still learning. So I got Seattle. Tomorrow, man, the way the Patriots, Mike Vrabel built that team up so quickly, they look like the Ravens. Oh, they want to get after you. So I got them beating the Texans. Bears, Rams. And it snowed in Chicago too. I don't see the Rams beating them in the snow. I don't see it. It could happen. But, granted, Stafford, he played for Detroit, but we played in the Dome. So he ain't never really played outside like that. Nah. It might be close, but I got the Rams losing that game. But we'll see how my picks pan out. Monday, we got the national title game. Miami, the U will take on number 1 Indiana. It's become a side story of Hall of Fame Super Bowl winner Mike Irvin with that whooping post where you put the post in player's jersey or hoodie on it and take a belt and start beating them and talking trash to it. That would be dope to see. But the way Indiana been mollywopping people, I expect them to beat them too. Either they're going to blow Miami out by 20 or they might win by 10. But I see them winning. What's this? Dope. Yeah, it's true. He has been indoor all his life. But, man, we got hit with 6 inches recently. And I know Chicago, and they were off that water. And it's going to be cold. I don't think they're ready for that. Yeah. if Miami can find a way to pull it off, that's going to be some great footage of him doing his antics. It seems like he's become the mantra for the culture of the U that they are rallying behind. They got talent because I watched the game last week. They laid hands the last time they played. But when you watch Indiana, I'm like, oh my goodness. Now, granted, everybody say, oh, these people, they were coordinator coaches under Nick Saban. Yeah, he did a great job, just like he was under. He worked with Belichick. But Indiana's smashing people. It's like they on that leave no doubt. We the best team, and we need to put our foot in your ass to let you know we are the best team with them ridiculous scores. You blink and they got 30. Like, oh, that was normal how the number one teams played years back, early 2000s. Even when Michigan won recently, they whipped up on the team they played. It was like, dang. You know, you think the national title game going to be the last great game was when USC played Texas. When Reggie Bush played there. That was a great game. I respect that. Yeah, I mean, he was our coordinator, and it looked like he left, and our whole offense looked like trash in Detroit. So, I mean, a cold team can win. I mean, granted, 23 or 19, that's a little different. But they all got the gym. They hit the weight room, train the same. I mean, watching Indiana play looks more like they pay more attention to detail. I mean, that's something when Alabama was winning with Nick Saban. If you looked at the Patriots when they won, do your job. If you're on defense, you're supposed to know what your defensive schemes are and your countermeasures to whatever the offense does. Same with the offense. And that you gotta be locked in. Some players, and they later tell you, like, I wasn't that focused because I had a guy giving talent. I could just shoot a move and I do what I do, but no, they be locked in to every detail. So Miami, when they get the ball, they better get touchdowns. Don't think. I mean, y'all probably got more well-known Hall of Famers that play football there, but the way Indiana playing, don't sleep on them. It's gonna be a problem. Now, Mike Tomlin, he resigned from Pittsburgh. You know, a lot of people always say that he never had a bad season, but he was like middle of the pack. He wasn't playing for the title all the time or going to the Super Bowl. I can see if he was in the conference finals or the Super Bowl. You make the playoffs and maybe win the wild card, then lose divisional or lose the wild card. Yeah. Yeah, and they got something to prove. They got a lot to prove. Because I'm pretty sure when they start talking about the game, you got the hype of the U and all that from Miami. And he's a bunch of blue chippers. And they probably thinking if we never make it to the pro, we won this title in dominant fashion. I mean, that's the key. So hopefully it'll be a good game. But I wouldn't be shocked if it's not, because they pay attention to details. And that's what you're supposed to do with football. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he had a hell of a career. And he could be a consultant. You know, he did win a Super Bowl. Yeah. I mean, some speculate he might take a year off and go back to coaching. I mean, he don't got to, unless he just got to prove that I can build a team. Like I saw John Harbaugh just signed a new deal with the Giants. So now it's been speculation that him and Lamar Jackson had an issue. So because he had issue, the owner got rid of him. And you get rid of your coach, but you do a press conference like you're Ric Flair, letting it be known, I got all the power. If Lamar want to give me a suggestion, it's cool, but that about it. So why did you side with him and get rid of your coach? And I'm sorry, the week before the last season of the game, with the backup, they looked like the Ravens with the backup, and them handing the ball out to Derrick Henry for like 218 yards. Lamar Jackson come back. Offense don't look the same. I mean, they didn't even play that expired like they did the other game. I mean, the offensive line was moving him out the way to get Henry, let him do his thing. They protecting the quarterback. The defense was getting after it. You get your quarterback back out there who don't come to training camp really. Well, I hear a lot of former greats who won Super Bowl say the road to a Super Bowl starts in you being there in the training camp. And given he's a two-time MVP, if they going up against you, your defense will be Super Bowl caliber because they coming up against you. But if you ain't there, that may send a message you ain't that locked in. They're in there taking them bumps and bruises, building that camaraderie, but you ain't there. And as it stands right now, he can't play a full season. He always hurt. Now, even with the NBA, it's kind of weird. You had when it was more violent in football years ago, NBA people was getting clothesline. They played 82 games in the entirety of the playoffs. With all this new technology and sports medicine, these new age players are getting hurt more. Now, from you hear former players say they're not really training like they used to. Maybe it's something to it because I'm like, you would think this dude would be doing something different if the last 4 years you ain't played all 17 games now. That's a problem. It ain't like you trying to rectify it. So it's kind of weird. Now I did read also Matt Ryan's going to be president of football for Atlanta. Some people may take issue with it because the Rooney Rule. I mean, at this point, these are billionaires owner. They gonna hire who they want to hire. You just play for the team. Got relationships. I don't know what to tell you at this point. Now, a story I came across that was crazy. 26 people charged in college basketball point shaving, going back over 2 seasons, 23 to 24 and 2024 to 25. 29 games was impacted, 20 players indicted. So I had to look up what games. You had Nicole State versus Mneezy State, February 17th, 2024. Tulane versus East Carolina, February 18th, 24. Northwestern State versus Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, February 19th, 2024. St. Louis versus Duquesne, February 20th, 24. LaSalle versus St. Bonaventure, February 21, 2024. Buffalo versus Western Michigan, February 24, 24. DePaul versus Georgetown, February 24th, 24. That was shocking. See that name. I've even saw Eastern Michigan versus Oakland, November 21st, 2024. Eastern Michigan versus Wright State, December 21st, 2024. Then New Orleans, they got a few in there. Albion Christian, Southern Mississippi. I mean, you've been having the stories going out early last year about this point shaving. I don't know how wide in net they're going, but you keep seeing more stuff coming out. And it was just 2 years ago, these games. Wasn't no high profile real teams. I mean, some teams you know are from Michigan or the other states, but y'all do a lot with sports betting now, and now you find out it's point shaving. Because some people do believe they kind of pick and choose who they want to win for sports. And whether it's true or not, it has validity by you watch the play, the play calling, the timeouts used, the penalties. All those things work together where, like, the way that game was called by the referees, yeah, that sounds suspect. And now you got 20 players. You know they lean on them to get the rest. They're just, man. Ever since they got more in bed with sports betting, you're starting to hear more about some of these games. It's funny business. And that's crazy. I did come across a story about my Lakers. Rich Paul got a podcast, Max Kellerman. They were talking about the Lakers, and Rich Paul, being an active agent, was giving what the Lakers should do. Maybe trade Austin Reeves to get something, get a big man or something like that. Austin Reeves' manager proceeded to run up on Rich Paul about this. Because you're an agent, why are you talking about somebody else? LeBron James had to put a statement out. He said on his own, I ain't put him up to it. Even though people don't believe it. Maybe he's telling the truth. But it's always assumed someone close to you, if they saying stuff like that, they saying what you told them. That's how it's viewed. But there's always been little stories coming on. I keep my eye on my Lakers. They're not renewing his contract, so this is in. He ain't getting no farewell tour. I do think it's possible LeBron might be playing both sides of the fence. You know, time will tell. I mean, I can't see them getting rid of Austin Reeves because him and Luka been averaging 30. When LeBron was out, they were doing their thing. Everybody found their role. It seemed like they don't know what their roles are now since he came back. But he ain't part of the future. They don't play defense. I mean, I wasn't a fan of Luka coming to the Lakers because he don't play defense either. At least with Anthony Davis, he played defense. I mean, you can't be scoring 55 points and your person you supposed to check. He getting 50 because you don't play defense. That ain't a good look, in my opinion. So, we're going to see how it play out. We'll see if I'm right. If I'm mostly right again for Sunday for my predictions. Check on that. Probably check out the game. on Monday, see who's winning. We celebrate Martin Luther King. Get this day off Monday. A lot of people look forward to this 3-day weekend. He did a lot for the betterment of all people. And I don't know how you feel right now if he's walking around, because we can tighten up on some things. We really can. But definitely with sports, some of us are gifted. We do our thing with it. Now, noticing before the Super Bowl, they do flag football now instead of the All-Star game. I guess you gotta do something, because I wouldn't do nothing. You don't want to play, whatever. It's for the fans. But it's gonna be an interesting weekend to see who make it to Championship Sunday next week. I know y'all probably making y'all list for what you're gonna have for the Super Bowl. I know Bad Bunny is gonna be the musical halftime performance. His music is cool, but I don't really care about that. I mean, let him chill out for a minute and get back to the game. I guess they're trying to diversify who are the entertainment. So Bad Bunny sold a lot of records, so it does make sense. But I guess the most intriguing game I'll be checking for is the Rams and Bears, because they got all that snow. And it's been a knock for years that warm teams don't play well in the winter against a cold team. We'll see what they do. Because that Seahawk crowd is crazy. But we're going to see. See what happened with it. And Pistons still doing good. Red Wings doing good. Lions been making some moves. They reached out to the former head coach of McDaniel, I believe, for Miami. Yeah, Mike McDaniel. I question that one. Like, this dude, unless I don't know about him. I don't know. I heard looking at some other people as well for offense coordinator. That put a wide net out. Think it through, so we don't have Dan Kelman taking the play calling board. You believe this dude can do his job, you ain't dealing with him. It's doable. Well, new show tomorrow, JLE Lounge radio show, and Ground Floor. Don't want to miss it. Replay of Middle Ground with JLE interview tomorrow, 7. All great content on Middle Ground JLE Network on YouTube. Want to check that out. My latest book. Some good sports this weekend. We're going to see what happens. I think my prediction might come true, though. That dude man, like, you should have bet, but I don't gamble. All right, everybody, enjoy your MLK weekend. Be safe, hydrate. See you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to purchase my latest products, my books and music, go to Amazon.com. I have new merchandise on the way. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JLE Network. Thanks for coming.